It's time to rally the Valley. There's Mr. Perfect. More on him in a second. Mavs already in a huge hole, 20-6. This thing got chippy early. Luka finding Jalen Brunson. Devin Booker, not known for his defense, so prolific offensively. There for the block. He'd be called for a tech. Wasn't phased. Kept his composure. Suns up early. Booker. How's that hamstring? Remember, he missed 3 games in the previous series against New Orleans. Maintained their double-digit lead. Intangible for them is Jay Crowder. They say, he brings the moxie. And he also brings the pain.
Ow.
But Doncic, yes, Al was right, in the groin. Remember, Doncic missed 3 games in the previous series with a calf strain. But he stays in the game, and he's on fire. That 14-point deficit down to 6 there. It's 10. It's once again down to single digits. Doncic did everything he could, had 26 points in the first half. Mr. Perfect wasn't 14 for 14, but he was 7 for 13, and the Suns were on fire, shooting 64% in the first half. Who's the bigger Arizona elder statesman legend? Chris Paul or that dude, Larry Fitzgerald? Both loving it. In the third, from the 2 elder statesmen to the 2 young guns. Booker, Ayton with Phoenix in search of its first title after getting to the finals last year. And then superstar over superstar. Booker gets a move on Doncic. They're up a baker's dozen. We go to the 4th. JaVale McGee sighting. JaVale McGee.
Look at that.
Oh, he stripped Doncic. McGee. Oh, to the rack. That's a laugher. At that point, they're up 21. And then Paul, I don't know, what is this? Oh, it drops. Getting it to go. Paul at 19. Suns win 121-114 after the game. CP3 with Dave McMenamin.
This is the next step towards getting back to your goal, back to the finals. How was the Suns side of basketball tonight?
Just trying to play the right way, share the ball, defend as a team, and keep trying to pile up wins. You know what I mean? We did what we're supposed to do. Game 2 going to be another hard-fought game. We got to get some rest and get ready.
I want to talk about a couple team defensive plays that you guys all made. You have the closeout from Bridges in the corner on Dorian Finney-Smith, and you have JaVale McGee getting the strip out on the perimeter, taking all the way to the hoop. Those type of individual efforts within the team defensive schemes, what does that do for your group?
Trust. That's trust. That's game plan. Sticking to our game plan. Our coaches preparing us for the game, so we'll take it however we can get it.
And what's the next key to game 2?
Coming out aggressive. You know, these fans in here really bringing it for us, and we got to come out, keep the pace up, and try to play full 48 minutes. We shouldn't look like this at the end of the game.
He can taste it. He knows how close he is. At home or on the road at full strength or down a star, minus Booker, minus CP3, the Suns offense hasn't cooled off even for a game this young postseason. They've shot at least 50% from the field in all 7 games, 6 against New Orleans. The opener here, tied for the second such longest streak.
The Mavs won their first playoff series with Luka Doncic after taking down the Jazz in round 1. Now Dallas gets the top-seeded Suns at Game 1 tips tonight in Phoenix. The Suns looking to get back to the finals for the second straight year. The Suns have owned the series as of late. They swept the regular season, outscoring Dallas by almost 8 points per game. Dating back to 2019, the Suns have won 9 straight games versus the Mavericks. But today is a new day, Big Perk. Tell me this, which guard will have the biggest impact in this series?
I'm going with Luka Doncic on this one.
Hold on.
For the simple fact, when you look at
Hold on.
What?
Before you get into your point, you sat up there with that perpetual frown on your face over a week ago telling me the Pelicans was going to win that series. You apologize and say, Stephen A., you were right before you make your point about Luka.
I ain't apologizing for nothing. For the simple fact, before the series started, let me explain something to you.
What do
That's
you
a
think
nice
this
try,
is?
but you know,
I
tried to get
I tried to catch
you.
He can body you in 2 seconds.
Hey, listen, look, check this out. I picked before Devin Booker got injured, I picked the Suns to win in 6. Devin Booker went out, and then I switched and said the Pelicans was gonna win.
I know, that's what I'm talking about.
Because of the injury to Devin Booker.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I mean that don't count.
I'm saying I still picked the Suns after Devin Booker went down. That's what we were arguing about.
Okay. Good for
You're
you.
both
Good for
wrong.
you.
Let's
And we
let's
never-
carry
we
on.
never-
He knows.
Carry on. Everybody's wrong. Everyone's wrong. Carry on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm going with Luka Doncic in this series. I'm not going with the Mavericks, but I am going with Luka Doncic to have the biggest impact for his perimeter play. Look, a few years ago, 2 years ago, I said this. Luka Doncic is LeBron James minus the athleticism. And damn it, that's exactly who he is. When you talk about a guy that's able to impose his will on the outside, go down to the low block area, impose his will, 6'7", brute strength, finishing in the lane with floaters and things of that nature. Hell, he's even getting above the rim now. You may catch him jumping above the rim and dunking the ball, but able to rebound in the paint, able to make others around him better. It's no other guy outside of Giannis Antetokounmpo that I'm taking right now, like for his top two players. It's Giannis and then it's Luka. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo, then it's Luka Doncic in my eyes, the way that he's capable of taking over not only a game, but a series. You saw what he did to the Utah Jazz when he got back.
First of all, don't get me started on them damn Utah Jazz. I'm glad they home. They never show up for Donovan Mitchell. As far as I'm concerned, he should want to leave. Now, don't get me wrong. He didn't have the greatest series himself, and I understand that. And I was hurt that Mike Conley turned the ball over on that travel play late in the game because that's something that's atypical for him. He doesn't normally do something like that. But the Jazz, I knew they would let it. I knew they would fold because it's what they do, okay? So let's see what happens to them in the offseason. Secondly, I'm going to give some love to the New Orleans Pelicans. And I'm going to make this statement right with you on the air, Kendrick Perkins. Zion Williamson is holding up their championship aspirations. With what David Griffin has put together with that young talent, with the acquisition of C.J. McCollum there as well, Alvarado, I love that kid. Murray, I love that kid, along with a few of their young thoroughbreds that are long, lanky, athletic with a whole bunch of heart. Zion Williamson is holding up the franchise. Damn it, get yourself healthy. Be ready to play and get on the basketball court. You don't need to go anywhere else. You can stay right there. And the New Orleans Pelicans, with that fan base, they're going to be a championship contender. Now, I ain't sold on the name of the arena, the Smoothie King Arena. I actually think that gets in the way, for crying out loud, because it just connotes softness, which they are not. But let me tell you something right now. The New Orleans Pelicans are coming, and everybody needs to pay attention to that. Now, getting to the Phoenix Suns against Dallas. Luka's a star. I know that. The brother's a superstar. He's something special. But so is Devin Booker. And Devin Booker, I'm glad he got that last game under his belt. Only shot 5 of 12 from the field. Only shot 1 of 6 from three-point range. He was not himself. We get that. He's been back. And when Luka came back, Luka instantly dropped 30. I know what Luka can do. We understand that. But I think in this particular series, when you talk about which guard will have the biggest impact, I'm predicting Phoenix is going to lose. And that Phoenix is going to have, I think that Dallas is going to have a different problem, because even though you could throw some stuff at Booker, I think being able to throw a Crowder or Bridges at a Luka, I ultimately think that can make things difficult for him too. Now, he's going to get his because he's too great not to. But I'm not sleeping on Booker and the impact that he could have in this series, KP. I'm really not.
No, me either. But I just think Luka presence is going to be felt way more. Like when we look at numbers and we go and look at impact and the impact on winning. Why? Because no disrespect to the Dallas Mavericks and the others, because I don't want to disrespect them at all. When we talk about Finney Smith, Jalen Brunson, we talk about Powell and what they've been doing and bringing to the table, I want to respect those guys, but they're just not a better supporting cast or better than the Phoenix Suns overall as a team. That's why I got the Suns winning this series. I got it going 7 games, but I got it going 7 games. The same reason I got the Celtics going 7 games is because they have to play and get past Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Phoenix Suns got to get past this problem right here in Luka Doncic, because that guy is a problem. I think
they will, and he's definitely a problem and a half. But unlike Giannis, who will throw shooters open, when he give it to them, they're going to be open because he draws so much attention. Certainly, Luka draws the attention, but you usually got somebody either sitting up there and trying to defend him straight up, or you might blitz him real quick and he might give it to somebody else. We get that. My position, though, is you're going to have guys around him who are going to encounter contested shots all day long. And I don't think that they're going to be able to get free. They're going to get freed up, and more of that pressure is going to be brought on Luka. And I think it's going to be too much for him in this particular series. I don't see the Dallas Mavericks being able to do that against the Phoenix Suns and Devin Booker. And that's why I say Booker will have the biggest impact on this series. And I think that the Suns are going to win this series in 6 games. Yeah.
You
Back
got no
in
ugly
Dallas.
mouth to me.
Back in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it right there. When we come back here on First Take,